Hello, what is up everyone? I'm Shinobi and welcome back to another video. Today I'm excited to showcase and do a deep dive into Nookonomics, an Animal Crossing inspired Wordle game I've been working on for the past bit. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I'm also the creator of Icicle, a Binding of Isaac themed Wordle game. If you play Isaac, make sure to check that out as well. So, why did I decide to create another Wordle game? Well, I'm currently on the hunt for a job, and to keep my skills sharp and stay productive, I figured this would be a fun and meaningful project to add to my portfolio. And honestly, what better way to spend my time than combining my love for coding with Animal Crossing? During COVID, while we were all stuck at home, I played an unhealthy amount of Animal Crossing New Horizons, and like many of you, it became my go-to comfort game. I have many fond memories of designing my island, talking to villagers, and participating in seasonal events. So when brainstorming for a new Wordle concept, Animal Crossing immediately came to my mind. Before I got started, I did some digging to see if a similar game already existed. To my surprise, there wasn't anything quite like this, so I wanted to take a crack at it. Nookonomics currently comes in two different game modes, a Villagers mode where you guess the daily villager, and a Nookonomics mode where you guess the price of Animal Crossing items and bells, the Animal Crossing currency. If you want to try it out, head over to nookonomics.net. And as always, if you find any bugs or have any suggestions, feel free to reach out on Discord or leave a comment below. Oh, and if you enjoy my work, consider giving this video a like and supporting me on Patreon. Your support helps me keep creating. Now let's dive into the details of Nookonomics. Let's start with the overall design and aesthetic. Since my experience with Animal Crossing mostly comes from New Horizons, Nookonomics mainly reflects that. I wanted to capture New Horizons' cozy and minimalistic style. One thing that it does incredibly well is making the interface feel both functional and charming. From the floaty, cloud-like speech bubbles to the rounded UI elements that pop out and move every time you click on your Nook phone, every detail feels thoughtful. Another detail I love in the game is animal leads, the cute gibberish-like language spoken by the villagers. It's such a recognizable part of Animal Crossing's charm, so I knew I had to include snippets of it in Nookonomics. It really adds to the immersion. Now let's talk about the logo. You might have noticed that it's heavily inspired by the New Horizons logo. Fun fact, the Japanese version of the logo looks completely different from the English one. I actually discovered this during a recent trip to Japan while browsing through Nintendo games. It's fascinating how design choices can vary by region. As for creating the logo, I'll admit I'm not much of an artist myself, so there was no way I could pull it off something this polished on my own. Thankfully, I found an amazing YouTube tutorial that walks you through the process of designing a New Horizons style logo. So huge shout out to this creator, and I'll share a link to that video in the description below. I ended up using Photopea, which is a free Photoshop alternative, to follow the tutorial step by step. The process was surprisingly smooth, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. And just like that, the Nookonomics logo was born. Now let's jump into the first game mode, Villagers mode. Quick side note, if you couldn't tell already, my favorite villager is Dom. He was one of my starters. His personality and adorable design instantly made him one of my all-time favorites. So that's why I'm having him here as the Villagers mode icon. Let me know down in the comments below who your favorite villager is. When designing this mode, I wanted it to feel true to the spirit of Animal Crossing. For example, in Icicle, I added a fun Easter egg where clicking on Isaac makes him play his heart sound. Also, you have a limited number of guesses for each item. That works because the Binding of Isaac is a hardcore roguelike with high stakes. But Animal Crossing is a more laid-back experience where you can relax and enjoy island life, well, aside from the occasional wasp chase. So I approached Nookonomics with the same relaxed, welcoming vibe in mind. To make the experience feel interactive, Tom Nook himself introduces the Villagers mode. I recreated his iconic speech bubbles and even added animal sound effects to make this interaction feel authentic. It's a small detail, but I think it helps set the tone for the game. Anyways, here's how Villager mode works. You're tasked with guessing the daily villager. Categories include gender, species, personality, hobby, favorite colors, favorite style, and the villager's star sign. If a guest villager matches the daily villager in any category, that category will turn green. Otherwise, it'll turn red. If it's a partial match, then the category will be shown in yellow. One challenge I faced was balancing the game's difficulty. While making Nookel, I realized that in New Horizons, the number of villagers you get to meet is actually quite limited. Your island can only fit up to 10 villagers at one time, and it's pretty difficult to meet them all because of the randomness involved. So I can't really expect the average player to know all the villagers by heart. That's why in Nookel, we can have unlimited guesses for villagers. Hopefully this helps the player learn more about the various villagers in the game. To make things even more approachable, I also included a filters button to help narrow down your guesses. Here you can filter based on all the given villager categories. If filters are a bit too easy, you can just use hints, which will reveal the villager's species or catchphrase. Of course, if you're a hardcore player, you're welcome to skip both the hints and filters and tackle the challenge head on. Now let's give today's villagers game mode a try. Okay, let's start off with my favorite character, Dom. Okay, and it's all wrong apparently. So it's not a male villager. So maybe we go with Aurora. Not a penguin. Could be cute or elegant styles. Let's try something else. Another villager. It's a female. Oh, bunny. The bunny, not a rabbit. Now we're really missing a lot here. We can go with Audie. Not a wolf. Oh, they're into fitness. Okay. Oh, let's get the species. The squirrel. Squirrel. Okay, let's use the filters. The female villager who is into fitness and is a squirrel. Boop. Okay. Agent S. Nope. Okay, Tasha. Let's go. Okay, now for the second game mode, Nookonomics. Fun fact, the Nookonomics name is actually inspired by this Reddit post I stumbled upon a few months back. The term was so good it stuck with me this entire time. This game mode is inspired by Costcodle, a Wordle game where you guess the price of Costco items. So I thought it would be fun to apply that concept to Animal Crossing shop items. This time, Timmy and Tommy will be taking center stage as your guides. Anyway, the goal is simple. Guess the price of the item and bells. If your guess is within 5% of the actual price, you win. To help you out after each guess, arrows indicate whether your guess is too high or too low. It's a straightforward concept, but surprisingly addictive once you get into it. Let's try guessing today's item price together. Okay, now we got Nookonomics guessing today's item, which is a fold over top backpack. I don't actually think I've seen this item in the game before, but it looks pretty nice. It got this little like bunny, pink bunny design going on there. Okay, let's start off with like 5,000 bells. Okay, it's a very cheap item. How cheap can this be? Like 1250 bells. Okay. And that's everything Nookel has to offer so far. I'm planning to add 2 game modes soon. Posters mode, where you identify villagers based on their poster art, and a KK Songs mode, where you can guess a KK Slider song based on the music. I'm really excited about these updates, so stay tuned for more. A lot of the data for Nookel came from sources like VillagerDB, Wikipedia, and other Animal Crossing wikis. So huge shout out to the community and people that compiled all that data. If you spot any inconsistencies or have suggestions for improvements, please let me know and I'll address them as soon as possible. If any of you are interested in a more technical breakdown of Nookel, let me know in the comments below. I said I would make one for Icicle, but I never got around to it, so I figured I could do one for Nookel instead. This would include things such as the website hosting process, data scraping, how the Animalese was recreated, and more. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into Nookle. And if you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. Your support means the world to me and helps me keep creating fun projects like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.